Hey everyone, so I am 18 and a half hours into fasting. I just want to report on how good I feel because this is one big benefit that I often overlook when I'm beginning my fast. And I just had a rather difficult conversation with some of my coworkers, and normally I might have hung up the phone and pretended that my battery died and just digested all. But now that I'm fasting, it didn't seem to bother me so much. Even though there were some hurtful remarks, there were some challenges. I thought to myself, well, let's enjoy those challenges. And I was able to slow down a little bit. Sometimes in a heated conversation, as soon as I hear something from the other side of the phone, and I feel they've completely gone off track. I already disagree. I'll want to interrupt them. But earlier today, when I was fasting, I let them finish and I let them run their mouth. And obviously, after they finished, I was able to take a few seconds to digest it all and then rebut it. Right, in the past, as soon as they swerved off into things that I disagreed with, I would get very upset. I was able to take that a whole lot better now that I'm fasting. 2 months ago, when Seattle had a big protest about how Black Lives Matter, and it started out peaceful, but obviously it was very noisy. I normally wouldn't dream of going. That's definitely not my vacation spot, but when I was fasting and I went there, I felt pretty good actually. I made a video when I was there. I was up to hour 25 or 26 of a fast, if I remember correctly, and I felt so good. The problem is that I can't seem to make the feeling last. As soon as I break the fast, within half an hour to an hour, I'm back to my old state of having social anxiety, being bothered by noise, and it just goes to show that it's a very fleeting state to feel the way you feel like 16 hours after fasting. I liken it to when you have a really big bowel movement, right, and you feel so good, right, but you can only feel it right after a bowel movement, right. As soon as you take time away from that and you start eating again, eating high fiber foods again, that feeling goes away, right. When you're fasting 18, 19 hours or 24 hours, you feel good right after the fast. Unfortunately, once you break it, it takes another 15, 16 hours before you can feel that feeling again. I'll have to think about how to resolve this. I thought about eating just one time a day, like right before bed, because I don't need to feel so good in my sleep, right? As long as I can sleep right after that big meal, right? So then I could go to work feeling good. The other problem is that food is involved in a lot of social events, right? Going to work, going out with friends. And unfortunately, those loud noises are involved in a lot of social events too, and I can't seem to mix them, right? So I'll have to think about how to resolve that. I think the second one's going to be harder, right? The first one, I'll just have to eat at certain intervals, maybe once a day, or maybe even once every 2 days, right? If I can work my way up to that. But I feel so good. I feel like I never want to eat again now, except that I have to. I'm still staying away from the masturbating as well. And I feel so good because I have to think about other ways to occupy myself, and it's made me learn a lot of new things. And I'll have to think hard about if I want to abstain from masturbating for good. Obviously, I can't do that with food. I wish I could, though. I really wish I could stay away from food forever because I want to make this feeling last forever. It's unfortunately, there's no such thing as temporarily, permanently, right? That's kind of how I feel about this. Thanks for watching.